It is playoff time.
It is.
Nothing better in the DMV. Let's talk about some 6A Virginia teams right now. Let's start at the top. We're going to start with Madison. SoCo is the defending region champ. Went down to the state title game, but let's start with the Madison Warhawks. We got to look at them as probably the big dog right now.
The Madison Warhawks, you cannot help but for them to go into the playoffs as being the favorite right now. Joe, you spoke to this. They lost to Stonebridge in week 1. It was a tough game. You were at that game. Ever since then, this team has rolled all the way through. Alex Dredge making his claim for the #1 running back in the state of Virginia. I believe Madison is the team to beat.
And that defense is awesome. Coach Ray Gordon, as Ryan Salvosa says, teaches them to put you in a phone booth. They're going to box you in. Eric Anderson, they have got some studs. Austin Wysocki, there's actually a lot on that defense now. Love Jake Green. That guy is a big punch in the mouth in a smaller package, but he's a bad dude on that defense. Let's talk about SoCo.
Speaking of this South County team, Jordan Dennis, Brock Spalding, this entire Stallion team, Joe Ball, we both believe that when the money is on the line, that South County is going to show up, and I think that they'll do just that.
And I got the chance to talk with the coaching staff this week about that West Po game, and I think they were unprepared for that game. And quite frankly, it's typically one of the better prepared teams in the state of SoCo. Tyler Ohlmeyer leading that defense. You alluded to Brock Spalding, obviously the most dynamic player on offense in the state. He's also going to be playing both ways come playoff time.
Ra Wesley may be the key.
Down in Prince William County, could be another route, but somebody that could factor into the state playoffs.
This is arguably the most interesting, the most intriguing team in all of VA football. Of course, we're talking about this Freedom squad, Freedom Woodbridge, I should say, Coach Overton's team. They took Stonebridge all the way to the limit. You were at that game as well. We don't know what happened in that Garfield game, but since then, Woodbridge has put up 80 points, 70 points, 60 points. This team is on a tear, and they're ready to compete for, if not Joe Ball, potentially win a VA 6A championship.
Davis Bryson, his first step is jet quick. This guy's got a lot of speed. Daryl Overton's son is factoring huge on that team as well, carrying the football and playing on defense.
Sure.
As you alluded to, that hiccup, one of the very few blemishes on that team's record over the past 5 years.
My gosh.
Now, Chad, we wanted to talk about just 5 6A teams. Probably the next 2 in line would have been Lake Braddock and Robinson, but you know what?
My gosh.
There's a team that emerged on the scene, 7-0 through week 7, the Fairfax Lions. Then they faced Lake Braddock, they lost. The next week, they faced the undefeated Robinson Rams and knocked him in the mouth.
Ran right over him. Look, Joe Ball, I got to give you credit. You brought national attention, if we might say, to this Fairfax Lions team. Running Tony Rojas, one of my favorite student athletes now. Joe Ball told me about you first, young man. You definitely get it done. This Fairfax team, they are a team to be reckoned with.
He's a beast in the weight room. And don't forget, Coach Trey Taylor is a disciple of Jerry Pannoni, who's down now in New Mexico. A lot of coaches are glad he's gone. Let's talk about Robinson.
It's Robinson Rams team, Joe. Just a couple of weeks ago, this team was running high, undefeated, rushing towards the top 10. Then, like you said, they ran into this Fairfax squad. That brings up questions about this team. Are they the same old Robinson who gets to the big game and falls? Or does this team have everything that it takes to get it done? I believe in Grant St. Clair.
And I have to say, Chad, I was actually impressed with them beating Lake Braddock, but I would lean more towards the purple and gold. I know I'm a Bruin alumni, but Lake Braddock has got a very strong defense. I know you love Daniel Lepovsky, but that team they're talented.
That's right, Daniel Lepovsky, high-def Heisman candidate, one of my favorite quarterbacks in all of the DMV, Joe Ball. He not only gets it done, but he looks like a model while he does it. All of the other quarterbacks can eat their heart out. He, of course, links up with his wide receiver threat, Jalen Walker. They go deep at least 1, 2, 3 times a game. Braddock is dangerous, bro.
And DJ Lawrence gives him a double threat on both sides.
Yeah, man.
All right, Chad.